Hi everybody, in this video I am hoping to simplify the two methods in which we can use the TAL Vocoder. It's a free VST plugin and it's available from the Togu Audio Line website. So to business. First off, we're going to create 3 tracks. The first track will be a group track. We will call that track Vocoder. The second track will be a MIDI track. We will call that MIDI. The third track will be an audio track. We'll call that audio. So just to check, we have a group track called Vocoder, a MIDI track called MIDI, and an audio track called audio. On your group track, add the TAL Vocoder as an insert. On your MIDI track, you will see that your routing can now go to the vocoder. Now all we need is an audio sound going onto the audio track. For this example, I'll be using a library sound. And there we have it.
To the beat, y'all. It's non-stop, y'all. Away your hands, y'all.
Now we have an audio sound on your audio track. We're going to route your stereo out to your vocoder group track. Now if we play this, you're not going to get any sound out because literally everything is going through your group track. But for now, highlight your MIDI track, hit play, then hit a few keys on your keyboard. Using this method, we can actually use the carrier part and the equalizer part of the vocoder as intended. As you can see there, I could change the carrier, pulse, saw, sub, noise waves, and also change the vocoder frequencies on the equalizer, plus switching the chorus off and on. You should have heard those. That in a nutshell is method 1. In a moment I will be showing you method 2, where we will be using a synthesizer VST as a carrier and using the same sound sample as a modulator. Okay, so on to method 2. Now method 2, because we're using a synthesizer as our carrier, it disables this part of the vocoder, because anything that you do or change on your synthesizer input will affect the vocoder. In this example, I will be using my own preset that I set up earlier. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a 4th track. For this example, I'll be using a Retrovolt, which is a VST synthesizer from Beatskills, a very good company, very good support base. They do a range of VSTs, and for this, it's just perfect. And there we have it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the D-Brass sound from Retrovolt. It's one of my favourite sounds. I'm an 80s boy at heart and I love it. That is going to be our carrier. Now in this method, if you look carefully down here where my mouse is, you have input mode on, and this tells us that the carrier is on the left hand side and the modulator is on the right hand side. That applies to how we have the output set here, and there we have it, the panning on there and the panning on there. So for our audio track, which will be our modulator, I'm going to pan that all the way over to the right hand side, and for our carrier I'm going to pan that all the way over to the left. Now once we've panned our carrier and modulator to the respective sides, we need to activate the input mode. There we go. For now I'm just going to set up a loop so that we can have a permanent loop of sound. Okay, now we have an important task here. We need to route the output of our VST or synthesizer to the vocoder itself. So you see where we have the stereo output here, that will be sent to the group. Okay, so if we highlight our VST track there and start this playing, you will notice again no sound, and that again won't happen until we hit keys on the keyboard. Now the beautiful thing about that is that the Retrovolt VST plugin gives that beautiful sound, nice and smooth. Now using this method, all of this here on the carrier side will be affected by what you do on your VST. So quickly, if we just get it off playing, we'll play a few notes on the keyboard. So if we muck about, you can hear the sound change. So it doesn't matter what you do on the synthesizer, it will change. So we can, whatever you do that is harshly changing the sounds on here will change what goes on, and that's basically it. I'm sorry it's not been a brilliant video. This is basically my first tutorial. I'm not overly experienced. I hope it's been helpful and I hope you've enjoyed it.